the most convincing evidence of time travel. Imagine this. You're looking at an old photograph taken more than 80 years ago. Hundreds of people stand together, celebrating a normal day in history. Nothing seems unusual. Nothing seems mysterious. Then suddenly, you notice one face, one person, one detail that doesn't belong. A man standing among the crowd appears to be wearing clothes that shouldn't exist, a camera that shouldn't exist, and sunglasses that look decades ahead of their time. The more you stare at him, the stranger it becomes. Who was he? Why does he look like someone from the modern world? And could this photograph contain the most convincing evidence of time travel ever captured? Tonight, we're diving into one of history's most chilling mysteries. A mystery that has left millions asking a question science still cannot fully answer. Can a human travel through time? Before you answer, watch carefully. Because by the end of this story, you may question everything you thought you knew. The year was 1941. The world was in turmoil. War raged across continents. Families lived in uncertainty. Yet in a small town in British Columbia, Canada, people gathered for a joyful celebration. The reopening of a bridge. Children laughed. Families smiled. Cameras flashed. It was supposed to be an ordinary moment frozen in history. But decades later, one photograph from that day would shock the world. For years, nobody noticed anything unusual. The image sat quietly in archives, forgotten, ignored, waiting. Then someone zoomed in, and everything changed. Standing among the crowd was a man unlike anyone around him. At first glance, he seemed ordinary. But the longer people looked, the more impossible he appeared. His sunglasses looked modern. His clothes looked modern. Even the camera hanging from his shoulder looked as if it had been taken straight from the future. People compared him to everyone else in the photograph. The difference was unsettling. While others wore formal clothing typical of the 1940s, this mysterious figure looked like someone who had stepped out of the 21st century. Soon, a terrifying possibility emerged. What if he wasn't from 1941 at all? What if he came from another time? The internet exploded with theories. Forums filled with debates. Videos gained millions of views. People around the world became obsessed. They called him the time traveler. And once you see the photograph, it's difficult to forget. Because deep down, part of you wonders, what if it's true? What if someone from the future really was standing there that day? Watching, observing, blending into the crowd.